A two-way table organizes counts for two categorical variables at once. Rows are one variable, columns are the other. On the SAT, success is less about fancy probability symbols and more about picking the right denominator. The inner cells are joint counts. The edge totals are marginal totals. The bottom right corner is the grand total. Start every problem by labeling what rows mean and what columns mean. The SAT hides the story in those headers. Joint counts live in the interior. Marginal counts live on the edges. The grand total is your whole sample size when everyone is included once. Easy question style. Read a count straight from a cell. You just locate the row label and the column label. For example, how many juniors play basketball? Find juniors row, basketball column, and read the number inside. That value is 18 in our demo table. No division needed unless the problem asks for a fraction or percent. If the table includes totals, use them to check your arithmetic. Row totals add across columns, and column totals add down rows. If you choose one student at random from the whole group, the denominator is the grand total. The probability of junior in basketball is the junior basketball cell divided by 200. Medium difficulty, percentages and proportions conditional on a row or column. The key word is given. If the question says among juniors, you are not allowed to use the whole school as your denominator. What fraction of juniors play basketball? Use 18 divided by 30, not 18 divided by 200. For basketball among juniors, that is 18 out of 30. For soccer among juniors, it would be 12 out of 30. Always match the condition to the row or column total. Harder items look like probability notation. Read the conditioning event as your new sample space. Probability of A given B equals the joint count for A and B divided by the total count for B. If B is seniors, your denominator comes from the senior row. If B is soccer players, use the soccer column total. Common mistake, grabbing the grand total when the question restricted you to a row or a column. Another trap, mixing up which margin is which. Circle the group you are in before you divide. SAT pro tip, before you divide, write what the fraction means in words. Numerator is the favorable overlap. Denominator is the total for the group you were told to restrict to, which might be row total, column total, or grand total. If you circle the right total on the table, most two-way table problems become arithmetic you already trust. Before you simplify a fraction, rewrite it as count matching the story divided by total for the correct group. That catches most mistakes. Recap. Joint probabilities use the grand total when everyone is equally likely to be chosen. Conditional probabilities shrink the world to one row or one column. Phrases like among juniors tell you which margin to use. I watch wording carefully. The same table can ask for 3 different denominators. And always circle the correct total before you divide, so you do not autopilot into 200. Practice more on NovaMaths.